Okay then. Okay then, quick quiz coming up. If anybody wants to play, just a quick half an hour before I have to walk the dog. This first round is about all the answers contain the word brown. I don't know if I've done these quizzes this book or not, but we shall soon find out. I might have done this one or not, but if not, we'll just do another one. Wait for another minute and then I'll start asking some questions. Whoever comes in first is going to take the lead. So the first few questions will have brown in the answer. They do actually. They all have brown in the answer. The first few questions, the answers will have brown in the answer. So wait another 30 seconds and then I'll ask a question. And then people can guess if they want to. I wonder if any trolls are coming today. You never know. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Okay, first question then. What is the name given to the leader of a brownie pack? Who knows that? What's the name given to the leader of a brownie pack? What is the name given to the leader of a brownie pack? All answers contain the word brown in. Brown owl, what a mighty. Brown owl. Were you a brownie? Okay. Which song was on the flip side of the Boney M hit The Rivers of Babylon? Which song was on the flip side of the Boney M's hit The Rivers of Babylon? All answers have brown in the title. Brown Girl in the Ring. Noodle. I think my eyes, I need new glasses. Noodle, well done. Brown Girl in the Ring. Yeah, well done. Well done, Noodle. I remember that singing that song. Okay, who presented the budget in Tony Blair's first cabinet? Who presented the budget in Tony Blair's first cabinet? Gordon Brown. What a Noodle. Gordon Brown. Okay, next one. This one might be slightly harder, depending on what you like. What was the nickname of the boxer Joe Louis? What was the nickname of the boxer Joe Louis? Who knows this one? Joe Louis, the great heavyweight boxer. What was his nickname? The Brown Bomber. Well done. Noodle was there first. Well done, the Brown Bomber. Noodle's on 3 points already. Okay, which fellow pop star married Whitney Houston? Which fellow pop star? You live in Fucktown, do you? Oh. Which famous pop star married Whitney Houston? Bobby Brown. Well done, Noodle. Bobby Brown. You can play if you want, Bread. It's up to you. Which novel featured a bully called Flashman? Which novel featured a bully called Flashman? Famous novel. I've never read it. But it's got brown in the title. You would have heard of it, even if you've not read it. Which novel is the first two words of someone's name? You wrote that book, did you, David? Well, what's the answer then, David? What is the answer, David? If you wrote it, or have you written so many books you can't remember? Anybody know this one? If not, we'll pass on it. Can you remember, David? It's called Tom Brown's School Days. It's like an old classic book. I've never read it. Next one. Which song gave the Stranglers a #2 hit in 1982? Which song gave the Stranglers a #2 hit in 1982? Golden brown, well done, Noodle. Golden brown. Not Gordon Brown, golden brown. Okay. Teddy, hello Teddy. Right, these next few answers will have a city in the answer, okay? The next few answers will have a city in the answer. Which pop group had a hit, number one hit, in 1986 with Take My Breath Away? Which pop group had a hit with Take My Breath Away? Berlin, well done, Mighty. Berlin. Yep, that's it, well done, Mighty. Next one, anybody can play if they want to. Moscow, unlucky Green Bunny. Keep trying. Okay, in Dallas, who played Pam Ewing in Dallas? In the TV programme Dallas, who played Pam Ewing? This is a bit of a stretch on a city, but who played Pam Ewing in Dallas? Hello, boss. Not Ronaldo. Not Messi either. Who played Pam Ewing in Dallas? This is a bit of a stretch, to be honest. I might pass on this one. What is your name? Not Neymar. No, it was Victoria Principal. It's a bit of a dodgy one, really. Victoria Principal. Okay, next one then. This one might get, might not. Which Premiership footballer broke his neck in 1999 and played in the FA Cup final in the year 2000? Yo, Boss Gamer. Which Premiership footballer broke his neck in 1999? He now presents Homes Under the Hammer. Each of these answers has a city, not David Coleman, has a city in the title, in the name. Think of a city. This guy presents Homes Under the Hammer. He used to play Dion Dublin. What a mighty, yeah, Dion Dublin. Yeah, that's it. What a Noodle, yeah, Dion Dublin. Okay, next one. Oh, some of these city ones are pretty rubbish. Let's go to another one. Let's get some easy ones because you lot are struggling a bit today. Where am I from? Okay, next one. Black or white. All these answers contain black or white, okay? Which comedy series featured a manservant called Baldrick? Nice and easy. Which comedy series featured a manservant called Baldrick? Black or white? Dada, well done, Green Bunny. Well done, Green Bunny. I knew you could get one. I have a cunning plan. Because I asked the questions, Boss Gamer, not you. Okay. In 1982, which 17-year-old Irish man became the youngest ever player to play in the World Cup? 1982, 17-year-old became the youngest ever player to play in the World Cup. Black or white? But you got to say their actual name. That means I9. What? Black or white? Norman Whiteside. What a mighty noble. Yeah, Norman Whiteside. He used to play for Man United. Unlucky. Keep trying. It's always worth a guess. Yeah, he played for Northern Ireland, really. It says Ireland here, but I think he played for Northern Ireland. Norman Whiteside. Next one. Which duo charted the song Agadoo? Boo Man United, yeah. Hello, DJ. Which duo had a song with Agadoo? Black or white? Not Black Box, unlucky Noodle. It was Black Lace, I think. Yeah, it was Black Lace. What a mighty Black Lace. Mighty Black Lace. Okay. How is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue better known? Thanks, Kids Zone. How is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue better known? Yo. How is 1600 Pennsylvania the White House? What a mighty. Unlucky Green. Mighty got that one. The White House, yeah. Okay, I didn't know this one, but you might know it if you're old. Who shared a home with Ginger and Mary Legs? Who shared a home with Ginger and Mary Legs? Who shares a home with Ginger and Mary Legs? Who knows this one? It's a famous horse. Black or white? It's a famous horse. Think of a famous horse. Black Beauty. Well done, Green Bunny. It's Black Beauty. Yeah, Green Bunny's now on 2. Unlucky DJ. Yeah, Black Beauty. Black Angry Ginger. Well, I'm not Ginger. I've never been Ginger. What are you on about? Never been a Ginger. Okay, next one. Okay, which rock group was led by Ozzy Osbourne? Which rock group was led by Ozzy Osbourne? You must know this one. Which rock group? Black or white? Black Sabbath. Well done, Green Bunny. Black Sabbath. Mr. Ed. Do I know Angry Ginger? No, I don't know who Angry Ginger is. He's that bloke from whatever that jungle program is. Don't know who he is though. Is he a YouTuber or something? Okay, next one. Tom, Dick or Harry? Is he a YouTuber? Oh, okay. I don't watch it. I watch things like Noel Phillips and Bald and Bankrupt. I don't watch Angry Ginger. I don't know what he does. Okay, next one. Tom, Dick or Harry? All these answers have Tom, Dick or Harry in them, okay? What was the character name of the police detective who appeared in the films Sudden Impact and The Enforcer? Do I know Nico? No. Which Tom, Dick or Harry appeared in Sudden Impact and The Enforcer? Go ahead, punk, make my day. Well done, DJ. Dirty Harry. Yeah, Dirty Harry, played by Clint Eastwood. Well done, DJ. Okay. This is easy if you're British. Which former jockey wrote the novel Dead Cert? Which former jockey wrote the novel Dead Cert? And you probably know this author, even if you don't think you do, because it's a very famous author. So think of an author that writes about, not Dick King-Smith, good guess. It is a Dick. Think of an author who writes about horse racing, the most famous author. This guy actually, I think he won the Grand National, but he was a famous author afterwards. Dick somebody. Dick somebody. Not Dixon, good guess. Dick, the second name begins with F. Dick, not Dick Turpin, not Dick Hughes. Dick Hughes, no. Dickie Bird. Dick Francis. Well done, David. David Forbes. Get in there, David. Yeah, David Forbes. Dick Francis. He was a famous author. He sold billions of books. Never read any of them, though. Okay, Tom, Dick or Harry. Who was Elvis's manager? Hello, Arthur. Long time no see. Hello, Arthur. Who was Elvis's manager? Tom, Dick or Harry? Who was Elvis's manager? Can anybody remember this one? Colonel Tom, that'll do. Tom Parker, what a mighty. Tom Parker. Okay, which company was the first ever company to issue travellers' cheques? Which company was the first to issue travellers' cheques? TfL? No, not TfL. It's a very famous British travel agent. They went bust, but now they're back, I think. Tom, Dick or Harry? Thomas Cook, what a mighty. Thomas Cook. So Mighty's got 8 points, Noodle's got 5, Green Bunny's got 3, DJ's got 1, and David Forbes has got 1. Thomas Cook, that's it. Next one. This is an old book. So Let's see if you can get it. Virgin. No. It was Thomas Cook, not Virgin, mate. Okay, which footballer was voted PFA Young Player of the Year in the year 2000? Which footballer was voted PFA Young Player of the Year in the year 2000? Tom, Dick or Harry? Tom, Dick or Harry? This guy... Oh, Harry Kane. No, good guess. A bit before Harry Kane, though. Year 2000, he played for Leeds United when they were Leeds were really good. Harry Kewell. What a mighty, yeah, Harry Kewell. Isn't he a manager now? I thought he was on the news recently. Okay, next one. This one's pretty topical. Oh, he played for Liverpool, didn't he? As well, he played for Liverpool as well, didn't he? Okay, this is quite topical. Who played Bert, the chimney sweep in Mary Poppins? Who played Bert, the chimney sweep in Mary Poppins? Tom, Dick or Harry? Bert. Dick Van Dyke. What a noodle. I'll give DJ a point as well for typing the whole lot in. Dick Van Dyke. 100 years old. Not bad, is it? Okay, who was the first male singer to record UK chart hits on 9 different record labels? Who was the first male singer to record UK chart hits on 9 different record labels? Think of a Tom, a Dick or a Harry. Tom Jones. Well done, Green Bunny. It was Tom Jones. Okay. Next one's all fruit and vegetables. All fruit and vegetables. What is the wife of a sultan called? What is the wife of a sultan called? Like the Sultan of Brunei. What's the wife of a sultan called? All the answers have fruit or vegetables in them. This is... I didn't know this when I read it. Yes, what a mighty. Easier than you think. It's a sultana. A sultana, well done. Rosemary. That's her first name, Rosemary. Rosemary Sultana. Okay. So my dog's whinging. He wants to go for a walk. This is easy. So fingers on buttons. Everyone will get this one. What is the capital of Belgium? What is the capital of Belgium? Fruit or vegetables? Brussels. What a noodle. Noodle was first with Brussels. Nice and easy. That one. Okay, next one. Right, this one I didn't know, but you might know. On TV, Fleagle, Bingo, Drooper and Snork were collectively known as who? Fleagle, Bingo, Drooper and Snork were collectively known as who? Fruit or vegetables? This might be an old one. I don't remember it. Nobody know this one? Yeah, it was the banana splits. That I think it was a cartoon years ago. Never mind, let's skip that old one. What is the nickname of Bournemouth Football Club? What is the nickname of Bournemouth Football Club? Banana Man. No, yeah, Banana Splits. Banana Man. That's when he went solo, wasn't it? Well done, Noodle. Cherries. The cherries. The lemons. Yeah, the cherries. Don't know why they're called the cherries, but there we go. Okay, next one. Okay, this is... You might get this one. Which song, Beatles song, was on the flip side of Penny Lane? Fruit or vegetables? Think of a fruit or vegetable song from the Beatles that was on the flip side of Penny Lane. I think the Beatles are overrated, but I know this one. Think of a fruit. Strawberry Fields. What a mighty, yeah. Strawberry Fields. There we go. Nice and easy, that one. Strawberry Fields. Let us be. DJ, you get a point for that one. Let us be. Hello, Stephen. Nice to see you again. Yeah, let us be. That was a seaside, wasn't it? Okay, next one. Right, let's do some different ones now. Okay, these are all doctors or doc, okay? Hello, Onyx. These are all doctors or docs. Next. Whose home planet was called Gallifrey? I've not heard of this one before, but whose home planet was called Gallifrey? Hello, Onyx. Dr. Spock. Good guess, Mickey Pierce, but not quite. Doctor Who. Well done, Mighty. Yeah, Doctor Who. Was Dr. Spock from... he wasn't Krypton, was he? I can't remember where Dr. Spock was from. Anyway, it was Doctor Who. Vulcan, that's it. Yeah, I was thinking of Krypton, but it was Vulcan, isn't it? Okay, what in bingo slang is number 9? In bingo slang, what's number 9? Number 9. Doctor's orders, yeah. Yeah, Mighty, I've seen books by that Dr. Spock. Yeah, I don't know if people took him seriously with that name, but he wrote a few books, didn't he? Okay, what's the name of the murder victim in Cluedo? We've had this a few times. What's the name of the murder victim in Cluedo? Dr. Somebody. The murder victim in Cluedo. The character you never see. Dr. Somebody. Or Dr. Plum. I'll give you a big clue. Went around recently where all the answers were black, and this character was in that answer, in that round. Dr. Somebody. Or Dr. Foster, he went to Gloucester. Dr. Black, what a mighty, yeah, Dr. Black. That was a good clue, wasn't it? Dr. Black. Okay, I didn't know this one. I know the song. Who had a number... oh, maybe it's a remake, I don't know. Who had a number 1 hit in 1986 with Spirit in the Sky? Hello, Boss Gamer, you're back. Who had a number 1 hit with Spirit in the Sky 1986? This must have been a cover version. Doctor and the Medics, well done, Green Bunny. Was that a cover version? Because I thought someone else sang that one. Maybe not. Hold on, the old dogs. What's wrong, dog? I have to walk him soon. Okay, next one. Okay. Who knows this one then? Doctors. Sir Danvers Carew was murdered in which novel? Sir Danvers Carew was murdered in which novel? Think of a novel with Doctor in it. A very famous novel with Doctor in it. Sir Danvers. Not Doctor Strangelove. Good guess though. Oh, did you? Well, I've seen it now, haven't I? Not Dr. Schindler's List. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Well done, Mighty. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Not Dr. Zhivago. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay, who did Val Kilmer portray in the film Tombstone? Who did Val Kilmer portray in the film Tombstone? Tombstone. Famous outlaw type of guy. Doc Holliday, well done, Mighty. Yeah, Doc Holliday. Unlucky DJ, you're a second. Okay, next one. Hello, Winthrop. Okay. Are these next ones are all colours? I've marked this one, I don't know why. Maybe I've read it before. Okay. Which Jerry Anderson creation worked for an organisation called Spectrum? These are all colours. You might be too young for Gerry Anderson. Which Gerry Anderson creation worked for an organisation called Spectrum? It's got colour in the title. Captain Scarlet. Well done, Mighty. Captain Scarlet. Well done, DJ. Which sea did Moses part? Which sea did Moses part? Apparently. The Red Sea. Well done, DJ. Unlucky Winthorpe. The Red Sea. Winthorpe second. Okay, next one. Ian Gillan and David Coverdale were both lead singers of which rock band? Ian Gillan and David Coverdale were both lead singers of which rock band? Oh, it wasn't actually the answer I was thinking it was going to be. And I saw David Coverdale. Ian Gillan and David Coverdale. No, I don't blame you. Not Whitesnake. Yeah, David Coverdale put me off. But who was Ian Gillan the lead singer of? Dun, 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 dun. Smoke on the Water. Boss Game is back again. Smoke on the Water, things like that. It's a deep colour. A deep colour. Deep purple. What a mighty, yeah. Yeah, I think Ian Gillan was the original singer. And David Coverdale must have took over. And then he got his Whitesnake out. Okay, next one. You should know this one. What country am I from? Well, I don't know. You might get invaded if I say anything. All these countries getting invaded these days. Mighty's on 17. Noodles on 9. Green Bunny's on 5. DJ's on 4. David Forbes is on 1. I might be on a different planet. I might be on Vulcan. You never know. Which book starred Alex DeLarge as a leader of a group of thugs? You want me to know where I am? Australia. Which book starred Alex DeLarge as the leader of a group of thugs? Clockwork Orange. Well done, Mighty. A Clockwork Orange. Okay, which is the largest national park in America? Which is the largest national park in America? These are all colours. Yellowstone. Well done, Noodle. Yellowstone. Yellowstone. Next one. Oh. Okay. In 1999, Sunderland Football Club changed their nickname to what? In 1999, Sunderland Football Club changed their nickname to what? The Black Cats, what a mighty, yeah, the Black Cats. They were known as the Roker Men, weren't they? And then they left Roker Park to go to the Stadium of Light and change the name to the Black Cats. Okay. This next round is called John Boys. All these have an answer with John in the title, okay? Whose first film was called The Dropkick and last film was called The Shootist? Whose first film was called The Dropkick and his last film was called The Shootist? John somebody. John somebody. His real name was Marion, apparently. Not John Hughes. Not Jean-Claude Van Damme. Not John Cena. This guy was a famous Western actor before Clint Eastwood, so he's pretty old. John Wayne, what a mighty, yeah, John Wayne. Yeah, I've never been a fan of John Wayne, but there we go. Okay, who was Britain's Foreign Secretary for just 13 weeks in 1989? A famous John, Britain's Foreign Secretary, 13 weeks, 1989. A famous John, who later... John Major, yeah. Well done, DJ. Who later became the Prime Minister. Hello, Stealth. Nice to see you, Stealth. Yeah, John Major. Okay, oh, God. Who was the last Englishman of the 20th century to win the World Snooker Championship? Who was the last Englishman of the 20th century to win the World Snooker Championship? All these have got John in them. Yeah, John. You can't get a point for John. I'll give Winthorpe a point for John. John Parrott. Yeah, John Parrott. Was that 1991? John Virgo was a bit earlier, 70s, really. John Parrott. Oh, some of these are quite dated, so I have to skip that one. Okay, no. Okay, you might know this one, might be a bit old. Which convicted bank robber was played in a film by Roger Daltrey in 1980? Which convicted bank robber was played on film by Roger Daltrey in 1980? This is probably a bit too hard, unless you like The Who. Not John Manson. Yeah, pass on this one, I think you're right. Not Buster Edwards. That's a good guess, though, Noodle. Boss Game is back. Here is John McVicar. If you ever get a chance, watch the movie called McVicar. It's pretty good. Okay, these next ones are all planets. What was the name of Mickey Mouse's dog? You knew that, yeah, you've seen McVicar, haven't you, Noodle? Yeah. It's a good movie, actually. Pluto, well done, DJ. Pluto, yeah. Not a planet, but never mind. Okay, you've got to get a full answer for this one. It's got a long answer because it has to have planet in it, okay? Under what name did David Bowie and his backing band tour the UK in 1972? Under what name did David Bowie and his backing band tour the UK in 1972? You might get this one. You'll get one in a minute, Mickey, don't worry. What's your specialist subject? Yeah, but what planet? Ziggy Stardust, yeah, but what planet? Yes, well done, Mighty, yeah. Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Well done. Next one. Right, all we're going to do in this one is name a planet if you don't know the answer. What is the name of the Roman god of the sea? What is the name? What is the name of the Roman god of the sea? Just name a planet and you might get it right. Neptune. Mighty knew that one anyway. Well done, it was Neptune. Well done. Neptune. Okay, let's see if I can find another easier one. Okay. This might be easy, but might be hard, depending on your knowledge. All these answers have the surname of a British Prime Minister or American President. And none of the answers are going to be Trump because this book was written before Trump, okay? Who did Dennis Waterman play in The Sweeney? Who did Dennis Waterman play in The Sweeney? Surname would do. So just guess the surname of a British Prime Minister or an American President. Not Churchill, not Bush. You have to be an age to watch The Sweeney. Although you can watch The Sweeney on That's TV now. It's a good programme. Not Wilson. This president died a couple of years ago, I think. He was about 100 years old, I think. Yeah, Minder, yeah, that's good. They're showing that on That's TV as well. Not Reagan. Carter. Well done. Winthrop. Yeah, it was Carter. George Carter was the name of the character. Jimmy Carter was the president. Okay. Well, this is a bit dodgy because I think they've changed it. Hello, Neil. What is the highest mountain in North America? They've renamed it now. But what's the highest mountain in North America before they renamed it? Named after a president. Not Rushmore. McKinley, yeah, what a mighty. Haven't they renamed it to something else, like a Native American name or something like that, I think? Mount Starmer. God, Mount Starmer. Imagine that. Denali, that's it. That's it. William McKinley got assassinated, didn't he? Okay. I should be a point off for that, really. Mount Starmer. Okay, on which race course is the Kentucky Derby run? On which race course is the Kentucky Derby run? Not Mount Starmer down, yeah. Churchill Downs, what a noodle. Didn't have. I thought I might have to give a clue for that. Yeah, Churchill Downs. Next one. Which film star was arrested in a compromising position with a prostitute called Divine Brown? Which film star was arrested in a compromising position with a prostitute called Divine Brown? This was probably in the 90s, I think. He's a very famous film star. And his surname's the same name. Yes, it. Hugh Grant. Well done, mighty. Ulysses S. Grant, I suppose, would have been the president. Next one. This is it. No, this is easy. Who married who married... I almost said the answer then. Who married Jennifer Aniston in 2000? Who married Jennifer Aniston in the year 2000? Brad Pitt. Brad Pitty. Well done, DJ. Brad Pitt, yeah. William Pitt the younger and the elder. Okay, next one. Who played Malcolm X in 1992 film? Pity that. Who played Malcolm X in the 1992 movie? Denzel Washington. Yeah, I'll give New TM Mighty a point there. Denzel Washington. Okay, next one. Well, that's it. End of those. It's the end of that round now. They got a bit boring. Okay, this is similar. All the answers contain the names of American states. Okay. Which song opens with the line, no Biden, no, this is before Biden as well. He's very forgettable, that president, isn't he? I don't know if you can link a question to Biden. It's quite an unusual surname, isn't it? So which song opens with the line, all the leaves are brown? All these are American states. This book's about... All the leaves are brown? This book is about George W. Bush was president. Yeah, he did. George W. Bush was president when this came out. This book came out. But a noodle, California Dreaming. Okay, this is how old this book is. Yeah. Where did Man City play their home matches? This is where they used to play their home matches. But they used to play their home matches. All of these are American states. Where do they used to play their home matches? Main Road, what a mighty, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Winthrop, this is an old book. Main Road, yeah. Charlene Spiteri. Is the lead singer of which group? Utah. No. Texas. Well done, DJ. Yeah. Texas. There is a band called Utah Saints, though, isn't there? But yeah, Texas. Some of these are quite hard. You're all too young. Okay. Which fast food chain was founded by Colonel Sanders? Which fast food chain was... Hello, Mamie. Nice to see you, Mamie. KFC. Mamie's on the board already. KFC. I'll give Noodle a point for putting Kentucky because Mamie wasn't in the room to hear that was doing American states. Okay, this is quite hard to spell, this one. According to the Bee Gees, where did the lights all go down? According to the Bee Gees, where did all the lights go down? This is a famous song by the Bee Gees. American states, Massachusetts. Well done, Mighty. Massachusetts. Okay. Which breed of chicken? All you got to do is put the state. But which breed of chicken was named after the smallest state in the USA? Which breed of chicken was named after the smallest state in the USA? Not Ohio. Rhode Island Red. What a Mamie. The Rhode Island Red, yeah. A famous chicken, the Rhode Island Red. Okay, we'll do maybe 2 more rounds and then I need to walk the dog because he's whinging. Okay, M people. The surnames of all these people begin with M. Yeah, Rhode Island Red. That's a good book, that one. Okay. And which soap character was shot in the chest on the 1st of March 2001? This is in a very old book. Which soap opera character with surname beginning with M was shot in the chest 2001? Not McVeigh. Not Dirty Dan, begins with M. Dirty Dan was shot in the 80s, wasn't he? 2001, he's still in it now, I think. He owns the car lot. Or the other one. Not Grant Mitchell, the other one. He owns the Archers, or whatever it's called. Phil Mitchell, what a Mamie. Yeah, Phil Mitchell. That was a big event back in 2001, believe it or not. Okay, next one. Which world leader? Get out of my pub, yeah. What's going on? Which world leader was known as Il Duce? Which world leader was known as Il Duce? Beginning with M. Don't put Maloney. Mussolini. What a Mamie. Mussolini. Famous Italian. Okay, what was the surname of the French brothers who established a famous tyre company in 1888? French brothers established a famous tyre company, 1888, beginning with M. I'll give that to Mamie. I'll give Mighty a point for spelling it correctly. Michelin. Michelin. Okay, next one. Okay. Who was released from a prison on Robben Island in 1990? Who was released from a prison in Robben Island? That's it, Michelin Man. Big fat thing, wasn't he? 1990. Not Marco Polo. Mandela. Yeah, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. Who composed the music for the film The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? Who composed the music for the film The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, beginning with M? Ennio Morricone. Well done, Mighty. Ennio Morricone. Yeah, Henry Mancini. Was he the Pink Panther, wasn't he? Last one of this round. And then I'm going to have to walk the dog. Right, one more round after this and I'll walk the dog. Whose tomb bears the inscription, Workers of all lands unite? Which tomb bears the inscription, Workers of all lands unite? Marx. Well done. Karl Marx. Yeah, Karl Marx. Right, I'll do one more round and then we're going to have to be off. We don't need a tie break today because there's a clear winner. Michael. Taking the Michael this round's called, okay? In March 2001, told you it was an old book. In March 2001, who was the best man at the wedding of Uri Geller? In 2001, who was the best man at the wedding of Uri Geller? Not Michael Barrymore, Michael Jackson, yeah. Michael Jackson. I don't think Uri Geller likes him anymore. But yeah, it's Michael Jackson, wasn't it? Is there still a statue of Michael Jackson outside Exeter City Football Club? There used to be. Michael Jackson. It's funny how some kids probably don't know who Michael Jackson is because he's been dead for 16 years, hasn't he? Yeah, I think it was at Fulham, but didn't they move it from Fulham to Exeter City, I think? Because when Al Fayed left Fulham, they got rid of it, didn't they? Did they? Exeter got... Oh, they lost to Man City, didn't they? And old Macclesfield beat Crystal Palace, didn't they? Anyway, this is not final. This is not football focus. This is the quiz. Okay. This is, well, I wasn't going to read this one out, but it's relevant to a film I like. In 1989, a group of people known as Guardian Angels began patrolling the London Underground. Who sponsored this event? Michael somebody. Who sponsored this event for the Guardian Angels patrolling the London Underground? Metal's got a joke there. Not Michael Caine. Good guess. This guy, one of the reasons why there's a connection here, because this guy directed a movie called Death Wish, starring Charles Bronson. So I suppose he was into all this violence on the underground. So who directed Death Wish? Anybody remember that one? Michael Winner. What a mighty, yeah, Michael Winner. I vaguely remember the Guardian Angels being on the news back in the day, but they didn't last very long. But we need them now because London Underground's pretty rough, isn't it? Okay, who committed the murders in the film Halloween? Who committed the murders in Halloween? Michael Myers. What a Mamie. Michael Myers. Maybe he's got another point. Okay, next one. Who wrote the novel Jurassic Park? Who wrote the novel? Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, yeah. Who wrote the novel Jurassic Park? Michael Phelps would be good at getting away as long as there's water about. Michael Crichton. Yeah, that's it. Michael Crichton. Mighty. What a Mighty. Right, I'll do one more round because that round was getting boring. Smith and Jones, okay? Smith and Jones. This book's so old that some of these questions are really beyond anybody. So, I mean, who won the ladies' singles title in 1968? I mean, come on. I need to get a new book. Okay, American state capitals. The answer to the following 10 questions all contain the name of a state capital. So if any Americans are watching, you might do well. Which mythical bird is said to have risen from its own ashes? Which mythical bird is said to have risen from its own ashes? America. Phoenix, yeah, Phoenix. What a Mamie. Phoenix, Arizona. I got this from the works actually, not from Oxfam. I do get some books from the charity shop there, and then I chuck them after I've had them out. Okay, which astronaut became the $6 million man? See, this is old. This is 70s. Which astronaut became the $6 million man? His surname is an American state capital. Oh, actually, there's a wrestler called Stone Cold somebody. Links Africa. Stone Cold. This is the same name. Steve Austin, well done. Austin, Texas. Who wrote the song Take Me Home Country Roads? Who wrote the song Take Me Home Country Roads? John Denver. Well done, Noodle. Yep, Denver, Colorado. Okay, next one. What is the French equivalent for the name Peter? What is the French equivalent for the name Peter? Pierre. Well done, Mamie. 2 points for anybody who can tell me which capital is Pierre the capital state of. So I can't remember. It's got to be one of the southern ones, isn't it? Pierre. Anybody know that one? South Dakota, is it? I thought it was... Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm pretty sure you're right there, Mighty. I thought it was one of the Dakotas. I think North Dakota's Topeka, isn't it? Or something like that. Anyway. Which superstar owned a pet snake called Muscles? Which superstar owned a pet snake called Muscles? And the surname is an American state. Michael Jackson, no, he owned Bubbles. Yeah, this is really hard. It's a woman. Her first name's Dusty. I can't think of any other clues. Denzel Washington, no. Dusty Springfield, yeah. Springfield, Illinois, I think. Dusty Springfield. Right, next one. If I can find the answer. Okay, this is a bit religious. It's not even Sunday, but never mind. In the Bible, who was the main writer of the epistles? You a bit drunk, are you? Never mind. In the Bible, who was the main writer of the epistles? Have you been on the... St. Paul, yeah. What a Mamie. St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, is it? I think Winthorpe's been on the epistles all day. Who sang the first ever song on Top of the Pops? Minnesota, yeah, I thought so. Hold on, I don't get this one. Oh. Fuck it. Hold on. I've made a mistake. Guess what? Newsflash. I wonder what said superstar. Michael Jackson owned the snake. Michael Jackson owned the snake. I messed up there. I wonder why I said superstar. Okay, which singer was the first person on Top of the Pops? Her surname's Dusty. I need to get glasses because I'm reading the answers upside down. Yeah, someone was right. I have to go back. You might get a point for that. A Noodle gets a point for Dusty, yeah. Bloody hell. Bradley Walsh's job safe again, isn't it, this week? Hello, Carriad. Sorry, I'm going blind. I can't really see your name. Hi, Carriad. We're just about to finish, Carriad, but if you want to subscribe, you can play again next time. A couple more questions to go. Yeah, Michael Jackson owns the snake. Dusty Springfield never owned any snakes. She had a dog. Okay, who was credited with introducing potatoes to Britain? Hopefully I get the answer right. Yeah. Well, it said superstar, didn't it? I wonder why it said superstar. Riley, well done, Mamie. Yeah, because I don't know why it was... Why it said superstar, it seemed a bit weird to me. Because superstar would have been a big clue for Michael Jackson, wouldn't it? Especially with this old book. Okay, who was nicknamed the Iron Chancellor? Who was nicknamed the Iron Chancellor? Yeah, it says South Dakota here, actually. For the previous... Bismarck, yeah, Bismarck, which is North Dakota. Well, I'm going to do one more quick round, just because Carrie has joined in, and Mickey needs a point. Okay, all these are to do with chess, okay? No, I'm not going to say that, because I'm not a kid. Okay, all these are to do with chess. Fischer, Ramsey, Runcie and Carey all held which position? These all got chess answers. Otto von Bismarck, yeah. Fischer, Ramsey, not knight, bishop. Which bishop, though? Which position? George Carey, Robert Runcie. The recent one resigned, didn't he? Now it's a woman. Archbishop of Canterbury. Well done, Mamie. Archbishop of Canterbury. Is that Mamie? Mighty, sorry. Yeah, Mighty. Okay. Which TV series did David Hasselhoff drive a car called Kit? Which TV series did David Hasselhoff drive a Knight Rider? What a noodle, yeah. Knight Rider. Which type of shop would you associate with the symbol of 3 metal balls on the outside hanging? What type of shop? Chess Connection, don't forget. Pawn, what a noodle. Pawn shop. Now known as cash converters or these sort of type of places. Give us your gold. Right, next one. What is the collective term for a group of penguins? What is the collective term for a group of penguins? Hello, Nikki. Nice to see you again, Nikki. What's the collective? Maybe. Biscuits, no. Other birds have got this same sort of... Well, castle's quite close, Mighty. Castle's quite close. What's another name for a castle? Rook. That'll do, yeah. Rookery. It's called a rookery, apparently. Right, next one. Who presented the TV programme Record Breakers until 1994? No, you put Took. Who presented Roy Castle? What a Mighty. Roy Castle. Okay, I'm doing one last round and I'm really going. Okay, these are all about... One last, then we're going to go. All these questions contain Phil, Don, or variations of these names, okay? Phil, Don, or variations. Who managed Leeds United, England, and Saudi Arabia? Who managed Leeds United, England, and Saudi Arabia? He was 1 in 84. He was 4 in 84. I was 7, I think. 7 or 8. Who managed Leeds in 1984? No, not in 84. Who managed Leeds Not Don Levy. Don Revy. Well done, Nicky. Don Revy, yeah. He resigned and then, was it Brian Clough took over Leeds for a couple of weeks? Oh dear. Sorry about this one. Who appeared on Going Live alongside Gordon the Gopher? Cher. Hello, Cher. Cher, one of the original players ever. Your dad got that. Well done, Nicky's dad. Yeah, nice to see you again, Cher. One of the original players ever on this game. Philip Schofield. Well done, DJ, yeah. Philip Schofield. What happened to him? Philip Schofield. Okay, who played the character of Crockett in Miami Vice? Who played the character of Crockett in Miami Vice? He was on Going Live, were you? Oh, unlucky. Not Don Headley. Don Johnson, what a mighty. Don Johnson, yeah. Okay, next one. Okay. Who duetted? A point for each one, okay? Yeah, Dakota Johnson, Is it real dad, isn't it? Not stepdad. Dakota Johnson's granny's Tip Hedren of The Birds. That's a great movie. Okay, point for each one. Who duetted on the number one hit Easy Lover? Easy Lover. Point for each one. Phil Collins. Well done, Mickey Pearce. Well done, Mickey. You got a point. Well done, Mickey. Who was the other person? Shut up, doggy. He sounds a bit like a comedian with bald head and long hair. He's on yeah. What's he on? Shooting Stars or something? What was that one? No, not Shooting Stars. The music one. Begins with B. Yeah, it's a big dog. He's a big... Philip Bailey, that'll do. Well done, Forrest. Forrest gets a point. Philip Bailey. Dog needs a walk. Okay, this is a great actor. Who played the mysterious Dr. Loomis in the film Halloween? Buzzcocks, that's what I was thinking of. Buzzcocks, yeah. Who played Dr. Loomis in Halloween? Oh, hi, boy. Put that in a minute. Never mind the Buzzcocks. That's what I was thinking of. Dalmatian, yeah. This famous actor, he's got a bald head. That's not much of a clue. He was in lots of movies. He's quite pleasant. He's a Donald who's quite pleasant. Is that a clue? Maybe not. Not Donald Sutherland. These are Dons or Phils. Donald Pleasance, yeah, what a mighty. Donald Pleasance. One of the few times he actually played a goodie in a movie, because normally he played baddies. Was he in James Bond, wasn't he? Yeah, James Bond. Okay, who did the Queen's only daughter marry in 1973? Who did the Queen's daughter marry in 1973? Queen Elizabeth II. Oh, Blofeld. Did he play Blofeld? Who did the Queen's daughter marry in 1973? Yeah, Donald Pleasance. Not for close, not Philip, but could be this close though. Mark is the first name. Captain Phillips, that'll do. Noodle, Captain Mark Phillips. That's it. Right. That could be the end of the game then. Oh, last one. Right. I'm not going to read this question out because it's a bit dodgy, but which famous Phil or Don, I'll change the question a bit. won 17 World Darts Championships? Which famous Phil or Don won 17 World Darts Championships? Phil Taylor, yeah. The actual question, well done Green Bunny, the actual question's very topical for the time, I think, because it doesn't really make sense now. Well, I'm going to do the scores. If anybody's not subscribed before, please subscribe now. I'll be back another day. Okay, scores. David Forbes got 1. Well done, David. Winthrop got 2. Well done, Winthrop. Mickey got 1. Mickey Pierce got 1. Forrest got 1. Bad news, DJ. You came 5th with 5 points. Yeah, I know. The problem is, Noodle, every time I plan a quiz and say 5 o'clock tomorrow, something comes up and it just doesn't seem to work for me, unfortunately. I know it'd be more helpful if I did. But yeah, every time I plan one, it just goes wrong. I'll try, but it always seems to go wrong. But I'll try. So DJ's 5th on 5 points. No, unfortunately, Carriad, you didn't get any. But you've got a few seconds. 4 points was Green Bunny. Well done, Green Bunny. No, it was 6 points rather. And 4th place was Green Bunny. Well done, Green Bunny. I think you're a new player. You came 4th today with 6 points. Mamie was 3rd with 10 points. But she did come in late. Then she would normally be in the top 3 or above. Princess Anne wasn't an answer. Carry on. Okay. And 11th place was Carriad with 1 point. 11th place, Carriad with 1 point. Yeah. I hope to see you again, Green Bunny. You came 3rd with 6 points. 2nd with 20 points was Noodle. Noodle, 20 points. And the winner with 39 points was Mighty, who's very mighty and wins many games. You were cheating. Oh, no, he wasn't cheating, yeah. Yeah, see, Carriad got 1. No one's cheating, Winthrop, because some of these players come in every time and they're typing in quicker than you can say, Alexa, what's the answer? You can't cheat. If an answer's not been answered for 10 seconds, then someone gets it. Maybe they've cheated them, but if people get it straight away, they're not cheating. No way. There's no cheats. No cheats allowed. So Mighty wins with 39 points. That's that game over. Subscribe if you haven't done before, and I'll find another book. I need to find another book because some of these questions are so old. And most of you are young. Anyway, that's it for today. Were they cheating in the quiz team, were they? Yeah, there's no point cheating. There's no point cheating. You don't win a prize, so you're just cheating yourself, really. You're 40, Carriad. Yep. Nice to see you, Green Bunny. And hopefully we'll see you all again next week. We had quite a few viewers today because it's Saturday, I suppose. No one's got nothing else to do. And it's January. Everybody's skint. But anyway, I'll get some more up-to-date questions. Why do you want to... Am I married? Well, can't reveal things like that. Yeah, so anyway. See you all next week. See you all next time. If you could, subscribe, Carriad. And we will play again. I mean, there's a slight possibility tomorrow lunchtime. And possibly Wednesday afternoon. Possibly. But as I say, if I ever pick a time, something comes up and I have to cancel it. So, yeah. Carriad's got 2 points. Anyway, see you later.